So if you want to look at it in a way where we're getting spiritual powers, then yes. But not everybody is going to be as spiritually advanced during this time.
Y'all, okay. Black Twitter is getting everybody ready for December 21st, the apparent date where Black people are supposed to be getting superpowers. And for many practitioners of astrology and spirituality, there's actually a little bit of truth behind these memes. Let's check it out. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey guys, what's up? For those who don't know me, my name is Alana and I've worked as a journalist and video producer for several publications with focuses on culture, music, food, business, politics, and everything else in between. And now I'm using this channel to do all of that stuff here. So if you're into it, please take this time to subscribe and follow me here. And as always, I've posted all the links to all of my sources in the description box below for your further reading. So I haven't posted on this channel in a very long time. And I hate to, blame 2020, but 2020. I never really wanted this channel to be something super personal. I kind of wanted it to be a space where we find interesting topics and do deep dives on them, and we kind of just learn together. But the things that have transpired in my life personally in 2020 have made it really hard to do that. Like many people around the world, I lost my job because of the pandemic, and I've been taking it really poorly. I've been, taking it really hard. And at the same time, I know that I shouldn't be taking it so hard. This is a job. People around the world, and especially in the United States, are losing their lives at astronomical levels because of COVID. And for me to be upset about a job, I know logically that I shouldn't be. I should be grateful and thankful that I'm healthy and that a lot of people in my life are healthy as well. But at the same time, I can't help how I feel. So I've kind of been in a shell of myself, very introspective, not really keeping up with a lot of what's going on online. So in light of my pity party and me being upset that I lost my job, I just made a quick post on Instagram just highlighting the struggles that I'm going through and hoping to kind of reach out to people who might have been going through similar stuff. And then I got this very weird comment on my page. And I've gotten a lot of weird stuff sent to me through DMs and comments on my social media, which I'm sure a lot of people have as well in their lifetime. But this one was especially odd only because there was a date involved, and that date was December 21st. So it read, Ralph Smart says December 21st, we going in, fam. And I wanted to know who Ralph was, and I wanted to know where Ralph was taking me. After some highbrow investigational research, I found out that Ralph Smart was this guy right here who runs the channel Infinite Waters on YouTube.
We remember who we are, and that's what's happening with a great conjunction. December 21st, 2020 vision. We're getting our vision back. Jupiter, which represents love, expansion, and Saturn, which represents the 3D limitation, control, confinement. They're meeting less than 0.1 degrees apart from each other.
His cadence is a little eerie at times and almost borderline hypnotic, but if you're into spirituality stuff, I suggest checking out his channel. So after watching his video, I wanted to know if other people on Twitter were talking about it, and dear Lord, they were. And I soon realized I've just been living under this very, very sad, depressive rock this whole entire time. And it was through this research that I found the parallel paranormal activity that was happening on the 21st. And we getting superpowers, finally. According to Brianna Lawrence of the Mary Sue and Sade Spence at Stay Hip, the meme started from this tweet on December 4th. It read, didn't want to wear masks, didn't want to stay indoors, didn't want to get the vaccine. What the hell do you want? Why is everything in America so unnecessarily difficult? Now, while this tweet didn't really say anything about superpowers, the response under it is what really took off. It read, As Black people, genetically, we are stronger and smarter than everyone else. We're more creative. On December 21st, our real DNA will be unlocked and majority will be able to do things we thought were fiction. And because all we know as a community are jokes, Twitter, Black Twitter specifically, went absolutely buck wild with memes and parodies. And you know what? Just look. Just look.
Let y'all know something. If any nigga think that he gonna come into my life and play with me, I will flip right the fuck out.
Okay, so now low key, I don't think everyone was completely joking. No, I really don't. Because I saw people build out this theory to the point where they had organized it, like created hierarchies of how much power an individual would get based on how much Black they had in their DNA.
On December 21st, all Black people will be getting powers. There seems to be confusion, but I'm here to set you straight. If you have any amount of Black DNA in you, you will be getting some form of powers, but you also must have a substantial part. Obviously, if you're a pure African, you will be an Omega level mutant. You will possess powers that are basically limitless. Your powers will transcend your human body, and you will be able to control and manipulate energy, time, and even space. If you are majority African, 99.9% to 51%, you will be an alpha level mutant. You will possess powers that are somewhat limitless, but they do have their boundaries. You will be able to manipulate energy, but you won't be able to manipulate time and space. Lastly, any person from 50% to 30% is a beta level mutant. You will possess superhuman ability. Betas look like humans, but are superior beings.
Like, y'all do too much. Y'all do way too much. So transparently, at first, I didn't really want to do a video on this because in my opinion, it just seemed like it was just Black Twitter breaking on another person's tweet, which happens every day. But then I reached out to an astrologist, and it turns out that there could be an overlap of the relationship between the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction and the power in the Black community. Now, whether or not you believe in astrology really isn't the point. You know, astrology has been practiced since the dawn of civilization, and like all belief systems, it deserves to be understood with an open mind. So I had a Zoom call with the astrologist last night to hear what she had to say. Hey.
Okay. I pressed it.
Got it? All right.
Yeah, got it.
Hey, Kennedy. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me about everything that is transpiring on Twitter. Everyone on Twitter is saying that myself and fellow Black people and brethren are getting superpowers on the 21st.
The conversation about the superpowers, it's hilarious, but it's so wrong.
So okay. So from my understanding, it started as like a joke. It started as like a trend on Twitter that was like going crazy. But then when I went and researched it, it looked like there was a little bit of validity to that from like an astrological lens. Okay.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
people who do believe in astrology or not, doesn't matter. There is some sort of proof that it could happen. So do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, definitely. So first things first, I think it started because this girl, I'm not sure if she, is a part of the spiritual Twitter community, but she kind of like made it seem like everybody was physically going to be able to shoot rays and be invisible and all those things on December 21st. And essentially, that's not really what it is. So on December 21st, we're going to have a great conjunction with Saturn and Jupiter, and it's going to be in Aquarius at 0 degrees. This hasn't happened in 200 years. So it hasn't been this close in 200 years, but the great conjunction happens every 20 years. So like, this is a very, very big event. So Saturn and Jupiter have been in Capricorn. If you look back 3 years, you can see that our entire world was just very systematic. Like, everything was very systemic. We were operating in this very like, for the big businesses, for corporations, we have to work, we have to go to work. There's so much structure. And Saturn is about limitations, restrictions, and barriers. Saturn rules the color black. So, and if we're
Really?
talking of, yes, Saturn rules the
That's
color
so
black.
crazy. So the planet of oppression and working is represents black people?
Yes, if you look at our history, like we were always limited. We always had limitations, restrictions. We were always cast away. Like we had to work 10 times harder. Even Saturn is literally the planet of time. It's the planet of age. If you hear black people, black don't crack, time, like, hello, like it's all connected. So I guess if we want to talk about black people, we, of course, have been oppressed within society because of the system. So let's pair those two together. Saturn and Capricorn completely praising the higher ups, the big bosses. Okay, so now that we're going to Aquarius, we are honoring the rebel, we're honoring the outcast. So if you want to look at it in a way where we're getting spiritual powers, then yes, but not everybody is going to be as spiritually advanced during this time. And it's because not everybody has been doing the work necessary. Saturn is a planet where you have to do the work. Saturn is a karma planet. It's going to give you what you worked for. So spiritually speaking, no, not every black person is going to get superpowers.
So you got to put in the work, is what you're saying.
Yes.
You got to train. Like it's less Superman and more like Batman, more like Hercules, where they had to put in some work and some training in order to like reach their full potential, essentially.
Yes, that. Those who have noticed the how the system is not working will be blessed. Whether it be like it's more so about choosing which side of Saturn you want to stand on. Saturn has two rulers, it's Capricorn and Aquarius. So this is even more exciting because both of these signs are being highlighted. So with Capricorn, like I said, it's authority, it's these limitations, restrictions. You can't do this, you have to go to work. Aquarius is about freedom, it's about brotherhood, it's about humanity. So if you are so okay with working with these systems, then okay, you can stay over there. Your physical, spiritual, whatever powers aren't coming. But if you would rather understand that we need freedom, we need spiritual freedom, we need to reform the society, which is going to be long lasting since Aquarius is a fixed sign. These ideals and values that we come up with now are going to be long standing.
All right, guys, what do you think? You think we're going to get superpowers on the 21st, or I don't know, at least some recognition for the years to come? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you have a topic that you want to do a deeper dive into, let me know that too. And yeah, we'll check it out. All right, see ya.